It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Stafford. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On play action, here's Williams. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Looking to throw is Williams. Rolling to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Buying time to his left. Gets by him at the 25. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. To the air, Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw, Williams. Touchdown! DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it as we resume action. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing is Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. From the gun, here's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw, it's Williams. Open man is Duvernay. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Here comes the Bears punter now. Running back Kyron Williams deep for L.A. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and 8. To throw is Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
The Bears got a solid first half out of their quarterback, the #1 overall pick back in 2024, Caleb Williams. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jalen Johnson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Williams to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jalen Johnson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here comes the Rams punter now. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So now the Bears down by 2, 1:53 remaining. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here now, 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's taken in by Duvernay. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say